Hey, friends, it's Wednesday. Time for a refresh. Time to be better for when things get better. And the other night, I was asked, since it looks like things are getting better, will you keep doing Wednesday refresh? They wanted to know, since New Anthem is officially reopening on July 5, could they still count on a 5 minute encouragement each week? Which, if you're wondering the same thing, I'll tell you what I told them. I don't know. I suppose it depends on if I feel like I have anything useful to say that week, but I am humbled that you all have found this helpful. And I guess we'll do what we've been doing with church and we'll just rock this thing until the wheels fall off. But that being said, many of you know I just got back from a backpacking trip in the mountains of North Carolina. It was called the Basic Course, and it was designed by a retired Navy SEAL named Chad and a wilderness expert named Nathan. And as a pastor, it was cool because both of them are devoted Christians. So we got to spend some time intentionally in prayer and in the Bible. And from an athletic perspective, it was cool because we hiked a lot of miles up a lot of steep inclines with 40-pound packs on our backs. And I learned dozens of lessons in the experience, but I wanted to share just two with you today. So, lesson one, clearly define your expectations. Clearly define your expectations. Here's what I mean. You can speak the same language, but be using different dictionaries. This ever happened to you? You can think something is clear, but it's interpreted in a way that you didn't intend. For example, here is what my leaders called a trail. Now, when I say trail, and probably when you say trail, we have in mind an unobstructed path, a track that can be followed. That's obviously not what Navy SEALs and hiking experts mean when they say trail. The Forest Service doesn't maintain these paths that we were on, and oftentimes we were just hoping we were still on a trail, which certainly this was somewhat intentional on their part to help challenge the group, both mentally and physically, to see how we'd respond. But I'm curious, how many times do you think you're being clear? Or how many times do you have expectations in your mind that this is how it's going to be and you're frustrated when it's not that way? All the time. I know, that's my point. So when we talk about things getting back to normal and we talk about normal, let's make sure we're using the same dictionary. I don't mean how it's always been, I mean how we make it from this point forward. Now, this isn't a new normal, it's a different normal. And it's going to be good because God is still in control. But we still need to clearly define our expectations so that we're not continually frustrated when things keep changing. Lesson two, when in doubt, go uphill. When in doubt, go uphill, because our trails weren't clearly marked. When we came to a fork in the route, we had to make a decision. Sometimes that decision was made with a map. Sometimes it was made with a compass. Sometimes it was a scout running ahead and looking at the trail ended. But after a while, it seemed like every new path we'd pick would always go uphill. At some point, this became our running joke. When you don't know where to go, choose uphill. That's what we say. When you don't know where to go, just go uphill. But here's what that means for you. Don't take the easy way out. Embrace the difficulty you find yourself in, because here's what I can tell you now from experience. When you get to the top of the mountain, the view is amazing. So what do we know? We know that all frustration is born out of unmet expectation. So we need to clearly start defining our expectations. And we know that when things get hard, we should embrace the difficulty. We shouldn't choose the easy way out, because the reward is that much better when things are that much harder. We're going to go uphill in our lives. And real fast, just a reminder that Father's Day is Sunday. We've got beef sticks for all of the men. So men, get to your home group, get to church. You can set the smoker alone for an hour. It will be fine. Believe me, I've been there. And as we've been mentioning, church officially reopens on July 5. I have it on good authority that there will be a party with inflatables in the weeks to follow. So you need to stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, start making preparations, start inviting folks to come with you to our main campus or to your home church on July 5. But that's my 5 minutes or less. God bless.